Before we get into this video, I want to make it clear that I am not a medical professional. This video isn't intended as medical advice. I'm just sharing my experience with this certain drug. For full medical advice, go and see a doctor. Okay, so if you follow my channel for a while, you'll know I've done videos in the past about things like thinning hair and receding hairlines, which are challenges that personally I've had to face. I've known about this drug called Finasteride for a while, and I figured that given I'm sort of a YouTube test dummy for these sorts of things, I would be the perfect candidate to give this a try, and if it helped me get some of my hair back, then, you know, it's a win-win. I've been using this stuff for the past 8 months, and I wanted to share my experiences on how I've got on with it, and if I'm going to continue using this moving forward. I'm going to give you a quick summary of what Finasteride actually is and how it works. If you already know about this drug and just want to get to my experiences, then skip to the timestamp on the screen now, but if not, then here's what it is. I don't want to get into too much detail with this, but essentially, Finasteride is a drug that inhibits the production of DHT. DHT being the primary hormone in the body that's responsible for hair loss. And by using this drug to reduce the amount of DHT that's in your body, it can help to slow down, stop, or slightly reverse the signs of hair loss. This drug is taken in tablet form, usually once a day, and I've been using the 1 mg version. And with this type of drug, it will take a few months for you to see any results. And when used to treat hair loss, this medication is exclusively for men. Finasteride is often sold and distributed under the brand name Propecia as well. But realistically, they've got the same active ingredient, it's the same stuff. As a result, I've been just using the generic Finasteride. For a more scientific analysis, see the sources that I've linked in the description. With this medication, side effects are generally rare and mild. When researching online before trying this out, my general impression was that less than 5% of men experience any form of side effects. That being said, some of the side effects can be very severe, mainly due to the fact that this medication affects your hormones. And there are some men out there that have experienced serious sexual side effects as a result of this medication. I myself, over the last 7 months, haven't experienced any side effects at all, or at least none that I know about at the moment. But it is important to know that there are risks associated with this drug. Before using this product, I was experiencing hair loss in 2 key areas. The first one being on my crown. The hair loss in this area wasn't massive, to be honest, but I was noticing kind of lightening in the hair as it started to thin out more, and it was something that I was slightly concerned about. The second area was really these recessed areas at the front of the head, notably this bit in the middle and then the 2 bits on either side. I had read a lot of reviews about this product from people saying that it didn't really affect their receding hairline at all, so I really didn't know what to expect in this area. I did take some videos and photos of my hair's condition, both wet and dry, before the 8 months using this product, just to give you a feel of what it was like before and how it looked. I was hoping to be able to track this more regularly over the last few months, but to be honest, I saw quite slow progression with the drug, and I kind of gave up filming every single month, if you know what I mean. So I'd rather just jump to today and see how it compares. This is what my hair looks like now after 8 months with the drug, and there are a couple of things here that are very obvious that I want to go through. The first one is that I do think that it has made a difference in the crown area. The hair around my crown is definitely more dense than it used to be, and because it's more dense, the color of the hair now matches the rest of the scalp, which is great. I think it definitely does look better. As to whether it would work if you were fully bald in this area already, I'm not sure. But from certain angles, I do think it's an improvement. And the second thing I noticed really is that I haven't seen any improvement with regards to my hairline at the front, to be honest. I was hoping that at least this bit in the middle where there's a bit of low density, I was hoping that that would have improved, but in all truth, it seems to be exactly the same, and the bits on the side are recessed, if not, you know, slightly more recessed than before. It's like it's just continuing. As I mentioned earlier, my research before using this drug did kind of suggest that this would just carry on like normal around here, that it wouldn't really change it, and my experience would probably align with that. However, obviously, I don't know what it would have been like if I hadn't have had the product in the first place. Maybe it would have been even more recessed than this if I wasn't on Finasteride. But if you're someone that's only really bothered about a receding hairline and hoping that this is going to save that, it probably won't from my experience. So overall, I think I've seen okay results with the drug, but what am I going to do moving forward? One of the reasons that I took this drug in the first place is sort of going to dictate that moving on. As obviously, I do like to make certain hair videos, and if I've got no hair left, then that's no good. So if I want to keep producing content about, you know, thinner hair, I may have to stay on the drug at least for a little bit longer to get out all the video content that I want to about that first. And realistically, that's probably going to mean I'm going to have to stay on this drug for a while, which does mean more money spent on it, because this is a product that, as far as I'm aware, you can't get on the NHS, and it isn't super cheap. I imagine that in about 18 months, maybe 2 years time, I'm probably just going to shave my head anyway, just so that I don't have much to really worry about, because as far as I'm aware, there isn't really any other viable solutions, in my opinion, at the moment. I've tried using minoxidil before, which is another hair loss product, but I found that that was almost completely ineffective. Didn't notice any change at all with that one, even after months of using that. I've looked at things like hair transplants, but realistically, it costs a lot of money. I'd be left with a weird looking head for months on videos, and I may potentially be left with scarring at the back of my head. All things that I probably don't want. There is lots of research going around to do with stem cell treatments at the moment, but the advanced stuff to do with that probably isn't going to be available for a few years, so that's kind of off the cards at the moment. And then you've got the obvious option of using like a wig or a hairpiece, which just isn't something that I'd be interested in. I might just shave my head, keep it easy, and that's not something I'm afraid to do. It's just when my hair gets to that certain stage, I might choose to do that. Either way, that's just my experiences with Finasteride. I think in terms of recommending the product or not, I think it depends how much your hair means to you and how much importance those certain side effects might be to you. I'd certainly recommend looking at those, even if it only affects a low percentage of men. Either way, hopefully some of you found this video slightly useful. If you did, please press the like button. Let me know what you think of these hair loss options in the comments as well. Subscribe for more videos just like this one, and I'll see you in the next one, lads.